What is the need for communication in warehouses? I'm Greg Schenkel, President of Unique Training and Development and Frontline Leadership Systems, and today we need to talk about communication in a warehouse environment. Now, the myth that we're trying to deal with is that technology can replace communication. And you know how disheartening it can be just to deal with technology. Even though we thrive on it, we need it, by itself, it isn't very humane. So the fact is that technology can supplement communication in a warehouse, but it cannot replace it. Technology helps with tracking goods and deciding what needs to be picked next and measuring efficiency, but it doesn't actually replace human interaction. Effective communication between staff and their leadership and other stakeholders is crucial to have success in the operation. So we had a group of operations leaders in one of the warehouses that we were doing training, and they had just invested as a company a lot of money in putting state-of-the-art technology in that would help them with what orders needed to be picked, how long it took to pick the order. It even efficiently routed the workers through the facility so that they become more efficient. And the operations leaders then tended to stay in their office instead of interacting with people on the floor, assuming that the computer was basically taking care of those interactions. Well, the employees did appreciate knowing exactly what needed to be done and where to do it and what the most efficient path was through the warehouse. But what they missed was the interaction just in general about how things were going, how their relationship was with their operations leader, and whether the company cared for them at all. So the employee scores were quite weak in the month or two after the technology was implemented, and then they had this awakening that they needed to focus a little bit more on those interactions between the operations managers and the team members. Now, I've got a few tips for how to improve communication in a warehouse, and that is, number one, is to manage by walking around. Yes, it's an old adage, manage by walking around, but if the managers and supervisors are not walking around and talking and interacting with employees, and that's not just saying, hey, how's it going, but it's like, hey, things are going well, your pace was really up yesterday. You can be giving performance feedback, but you can also be doing the small talk that employees need to feel valued as part of your team. Second thing, of course, is to keep people in the loop. We know that one of the top motivators for any team member, any employee, is that they know what's going on. And employees care about things way more than their supervisor thinks that they would care about them. A lot of supervisors and managers think that all the person needs to know is something that directly affects their job, but employees care about the organization more than you'd think that they do, and therefore it's keeping them in the loop about the facility in general, about the company, those kinds of things, and that happens between the supervisor and the ops manager and the team member in a warehouse or any other production facility. And then third is to be friendly and approachable. As technology kind of takes over our lives, it makes us even more likely to just focus on tasks and things that need to get done and data. And we lose the humanity that comes with it. So we need to be friendly and approachable so that people know that we care about them as individuals. And that, again, comes from the interactions that they have with us, which is part of communicating in a warehouse. So once you've figured out how to improve communication in a warehouse, you're going to want to work on some of your other leadership skills. And of course, that's where our Frontline Leadership Training Program comes in. And you have a number of different ways that you can engage with us for that training. You can have us on site. You can have us deliver it through our state-of-the-art virtual training studio. And now there's another third way that you can do that, and that's through our Frontline Leadership On Demand program. That allows you to enroll people as individuals and have them go through the course at their own pace, put those new ideas into action, and you'll see a report on the results that they're generating by applying those new skills through our Leader Behavior Builder system. Now, all of it, of course, starts with a conversation. You can do that by visiting our website at uniquedevelopment.com. And once you and I have a discussion about what your needs are, we can get you set up and realize that leadership is not just an event, a one-time thing, but it's actually a process over a period of time that you engage with leadership excellence to drive operational performance.